Do we enter July? You talked about freight being stacked, which is a great thing for bodes well for the next couple of weeks. But do we think we're going to see higher new levels of tender rejections and new rates that are going to likely to sustain in the second half? Or do we think things will cool off as we head into August, which is traditionally a really, one of the slower months of the year?
Yeah, just looking at the pattern recognition from my end, it's really been the disruptions that have been the pain points where we've seen that rate elevation, whether it's tender rejections or rate per mile. And when we've entered these seasonal lulls that we're used to seeing, typically we would be expecting rates to come down. We haven't really seen it come down either. It's kind of like, where is that new floor going to settle in at? And I think July and August is going to allow us to see where that stable rate floor is at. Certainly I think the peak season in Q4 is going to offer another round of rate increases. And part of the reason why I think shippers who are looking at that 6-month term, might regret trying to do that as much as possible. I guess it does put them in a position to maintain their contract acceptance and their routing guides with new pricing early in Q1. But I think, there's not much when you look at that typical cycle for the freight market between July and Thanksgiving. Yes, there's Labor Day. Yes, there's back to school and, fall retail, but, nothing that really kind of shakes things up like July 4th or summer peak. And so I think that's a period where we're going to see some stability. I don't think that means, however, we're going to see massive rate declines or a shift back to a deflationary environment or anything like that. Like I said early on in this show, I still think the supply side pressures are going to be too great for any recovery in the short term.